I hope everybody is doing well out there. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Harbor Freight tools. It's been a long time since I made like a talking video, long form, about Harbor Freight tools. Here in 2026, I think it's worth talking about because a lot has changed from Harbor Freight. And the first thing I wanted to get into is my experience in dealing with them and why I appreciate the effort that Harbor Freight is making. So my first point is we live in a world where everything is kind of cheap, especially if you order on Amazon. You know how cheap everything is. Even things that you try to buy as premium, it's hard to even find something premium. You think it's premium, then when you get it, it's like just on par. It's not premium. 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been a premium product. So we just live in a world where everything is cheap and everyone is trying to cut costs or make something as cheap as possible and sell it for as high as they can. So to get a company that actually had cheap products and is improving and trying to make the quality better, that's kind of rare for 2026. You actually don't see that often. So I appreciate that very much. I sent something back today from Amazon. It was just junk. So, with that being said, I really appreciate a company that's actually trying to do that in this day and age. So I bought this Icon Toolbox and I did a video on it. I'll link it in the description. When I got it, it came with some flaws on it, and I reached out to Harbor Freight, and they were, willing to make the situation right. They offered me a $400 gift card, which I accepted to keep the unit because I thought, it wasn't in such bad shape that I needed a replacement, so I accepted it. And I did buy some items from Harbor Freight. I plan on doing an unboxing video on those items that I bought, so stay tuned for that. But going back probably about 15, 20 years ago, buying tools from Harbor Freight was certainly a different experience than it is buying tools from Harbor Freight now. I remember the only thing that I would buy from Harbor Freight is like the shop equipment. That I thought that they had the best shop equipment, and I always felt that way. There was no reason to buy shop equipment anywhere else. The jacks, the jack stands, the engine stands, the shop cranes, all of that stuff worked just fine. I've had 1-ton jack stands from Harbor Freight years ago that I put big V8s on, V10s on, and it held up. I've never had a problem. To this day, I've never had a problem with any equipment from Harbor Freight. I know they did have a little recall on the jack stands, but they took care of it. So that's something that you gotta appreciate. They had a problem, they recalled it, they actually fixed it, and now they got, solid, even better jack stands than they had before. And that's something that you just don't see too much nowadays. So, you kind of gotta appreciate that in the time period that we live in. So I still use their shop equipment. I really don't see a reason to buy shop equipment anywhere else. It works just fine. Almost everybody that I know has, shop equipment from Harbor Freight. And I always thought that, that was a great resource for auto mechanics or any type of trade for that matter. Being able to go to Harbor Freight, even if it was just getting a cheap one-time tool, at least you had that option if you knew you wasn't really going to be doing this job very often. So, at least we always had that option. And they still have that option available to you today. If you just need a one-time tool, they still have that, lower tier, and they have their better tier. So you gotta appreciate that. And then another point that I wanted to make, and how I changed quite a bit when it comes to Harbor Freight. I've had my peaks and valleys with them. Though I always liked their shop equipment, there were some things about them that I didn't like. I didn't like when somewhere around like 2017, 2018, when Icon tools, they started introducing Icon tools. It just kind of bugged me that it looked so much like Snap-on stuff. It's like everyone knows it looks like Snap-on stuff. Where are they trying to pull? you know, and I didn't like that. It felt like, why buy the knockoff? I'd rather just get the real thing, you know, and that's kind of the mindset that I had on it. But fast forwarding from 2017 to 2026, we see, well, that's really not what's going on here. That's just the way companies do business in the times that we live in. Look at Bluetooth speakers when Bluetooth speakers first got big. Let's say Beats by Dre, headphones, portable speakers. Every company now has portable speakers. You know, they look exactly the same, they function the same. So, you know, you look at like Samsung and the frame TV, every company now has some type of frame TV that displays art and things like that. You look at Amazon, everybody now has 2-day shipping. You can get 2-day shipping on Walmart, Target, Home Depot, anywhere. So it's like, in this day and age, if a company does something that's successful, every company does it. This company makes an electric car that's successful. Now every manufacturer is making electric cars. You know, this company makes this and it's successful, and this company makes it as well. That's just kind of the way companies do things now. And yeah, it looks exactly the same, but I mean, that's how it is. You can look at Ford and Chevrolet, you know, throughout the years, they've always made vehicles that was somewhat similar. You know, the Bronco, the K5, the Ranchero, the El Camino, the Suburban, the Excursion. So, I mean, companies do that, and they just sort of, you know, make a similar product to try to steal some of the customer base from that other company. So that's just kind of how I'm looking at it. Every company does it. There's really no point in even having an issue with it. So it's also nice to have the physical store, especially with Sears being gone. Sears used to kind of be my go-to for that like middle of the road type of tools. I would have a mixture of some of the tool truck stuff that came just because it was so convenient. They were there, I needed it, I bought it. You know, but other things that I had at home or stuff that I just wasn't willing to pay on a tool truck, I would go in Sears and get it at Sears. I had a lot of Craftsman stuff and used it for a really long time. And again, never really had a problem with Craftsman. I used Craftsman jacks, Craftsman jack stands. I still have Craftsman jack stands around here somewhere. So Harbor Freight kind of filled that void where you can actually go into the store and actually pick up, you know, the item that you want today without having to go online and order it online. So just that convenience or that option to be able to go and just pick it up. Also, I like that they have the same type of warranty that Sears had. Harbor Freight doesn't really give you an issue if you have a problem with an item and you need to warranty it. I haven't ran into anybody yet who's had a problem warranting anything from Harbor Freight. And, you know, I think they do the best that they can to take care of their customers. So at this point, yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say about Harbor Freight. Like I said before, I've always sort of had peaks and valleys when it came to them. Sometimes I didn't like them, sometimes I did like them. But really, if you think about it in hindsight, they didn't do anything any other company wouldn't do or have done. And they've always had pretty reliable shop equipment. Everyone's bought and owned their shop equipment. Their tool carts, I have a red tool cart that I used for them for years. I never had any problems with that tool cart. In fact, I kept that tool cart clear up until I upgraded to a Snap-on tool cart. Then I ended up selling that red tool cart. So, you know, anyway, shout out to Harbor Freight. Just wanted to do a little quick video on what my thoughts are on Harbor Freight in 2026. So leave a comment, tell me what you think. This is Bryan's Garage. We'll see you on the next one.